The Windsor-Essex Compassion Care Community is a charitable community-wide movement to strengthen community belonging and quality of life. We help people who are elderly, disabled, or isolated to feel supported and connected at all stages of their lives.
I was here in the very beginning when we started this. I call it a movement because it's grown so big. And to listen to people and how they have become a part of this compassionate care movement in our community is just wonderful, and how their ideas and how to incorporate it into their agencies and spread it throughout Essex County I found it really exciting. And I'm very proud of our community for taking this on. You know, it was a big endeavor, and the fact that this whole county of Essex has embraced this concept. The mayors out in the county are excited about it. They want hubs in each and every town in the county. So I just think it's really coming along beautifully. There are about 14 hospices in other cities that want to get this started in their community. So, and to think it started right here in Essex County is pretty neat.
WECC is a mechanism for mobilizing people, their families, their friends, their neighbors, their community groups to work in partnership with the healthcare system to deliver better quality of life and to help the person live their life to the fullest. WECC does that by sending volunteers out to have conversations with people about what's important to them, what's their story, what's their quality of life like now, how can we help, how could the community help them build up their social support network and make connections with the types of activities and services that are meaningful to them.
So the Windsor-Essex Compassion Care Community is an initiative in the community that gathers organizations, businesses, individuals. Our group here that works at the hospice, they kindly donated us space to work out of. It's students from the university, from St. Clair, all working together to make Windsor-Essex the most compassionate community in the world.
Because it's not just for people going through disease, it's for people that are doing the transition, grief, losing a husband, losing a partner. It's all in the grief process, but on top of that grief, if you have a life-changing altercation in your life where your comfort zone is being disrupted and you have to start over and do a different comfort zone, you don't know where to start. And once you arrive and get this compassion team on board, it gives you some ease, it gives you some comfort, and it gives you happiness. I've never been happier. I have nursing care coming in, and as my health improved, the nursing care was backed off and let somebody else have the care. But it was just a comfort knowing that someone was coming to check on you and that they were doing a progress chart on you so you could see from where you were to where you are now. And it's just like, oh my God, look at me. I've passed this. I've done this. I've overcome this. And that was the biggest thing for me, was the overcoming part. To look back and compare myself to a year ago to now, it's just amazing.
A major strength of WECC is that there's room for everybody. Right now, community partners in WECC include healthcare providers such as primary care, hospice, community support service agencies, home care. It includes private sector partners, businesses. It includes community groups, seniors programs, faith communities, cultural communities. Basically, if anybody's interested in serving people in their community to help live their life to the fullest, there's room in WECC for partnership.
Well, it's taken a lot of stress off of me because I've been sick since I was 15, and I've always been worried about having to go to the ER because for several years I was going like every month or more. And now I don't really go as much, but it was still a stressor. But to know I have everything I need now for when I go, it's a great relief. And to know that if I end up in the hospital, I have people I can call that could help with my boyfriend's mobility problems and things like that. Like also the program where the PSWs are coming in to help us. I can call them up and they can start coming in more often to help him. I have dealt with a lot of depression and stress and anxiety, really bad anxiety. And to have things in place relieves a lot of my anxiety.
Hello and welcome to the Windsor-Essex Compassion Care Community movement. This community is working together with a unified vision to help newcomers, caregivers, and those who are elderly, disabled, isolated, or approaching end of life to get the support they need to live well. What is WECC? At its roots, it is the simple act of a community asking its citizens what's most important to them and helping them find ways to address the challenges they face. To support access and uptake, WECC is now a backbone community-wide service that encourages people to ask for the help they need while sharing their skills and talents with others, supports people to organize their own personal network of care to achieve their most important goals, if needed, helps people navigate community programs and connect with friends, neighbors, youth, and community volunteers for ongoing social and practical help, and builds community attachment through regular check-ins to ensure each person has the help they need to make progress on their goals and to feel like they are living well. The following simulation has been developed to give you an understanding of how the WECC model works today. Today we are going to walk through the process step by step with Shirley, who is a real participant in our WECC community pilot. Every client's story is different and encounters will be personalized to their unique circumstances and interests. Hi Shirley, welcome to Hospice. I'm Amanda. I'm a fourth-year nursing student at Hospice. Hospice is very serious about measuring the quality of the care we provide to you. In terms of our impact on your quality of life and experience, we are asking you to complete a quality of life baseline survey as part of our intake to hospice. By completing this survey, you will be more aware of your health and care experiences, receive information about your quality of life challenges that you can share with your providers to help them organize your care, and your non-identifying outcome data will be used to keep track of community progress in improving the quality of life for people like you. It should take about half an hour of your time and you will get feedback on results. When the visit is completed, volunteers will communicate either by phone or in person with their WECC coordinator to inform them of the visit outcome and update the client tracking form, summarize client information in the form of a WECC booklet, ensure information is stored appropriately in the WECC community registry and the person's personal health record, prepare provider reports and follow up with the clinical team to share information as directed, follow up as required with requests from the help of neighbors, youth, and hospice volunteer services. The WECC coordinator supports volunteers by being immediately available if anything unexpected comes up during a visit, obtaining feedback on how the visit went for them and providing a debrief, at the program evaluation visit, connecting back with the client directly to ensure their needs were met and that the volunteers performed in a professional manner and gave instructions that were understood throughout, and overseeing the quality of the documentation of client interactions.
Hi, Eleanor. How have the visits been going with Shirley?
Actually, the visits have been going very, very well. The two students have connected very awesomely with Shirley, and there's a good relationship with them, working relationship with them, and Shirley is progressing very well towards completion and graduation. There has been some triggers or concerns that we're going to need some assistance with Shirley, and one of them is with social work. So I'm wondering if perhaps we as a team can work through those things that so that Shirley's needs can be met. Okay.
That sounds great.
Present some options to her.
Yes, please. Maybe from the social work department, that would be awesome. And then also transportation so that she can get to doctor's appointments. So that'll be from the volunteer department, is that correct?
Yep, we will contact them.
Awesome. And then as well as her diagnosis progresses and she reaches out for us if there's any symptoms that need to be managed, and we'll need to, I'll let you know through Shirley. Shirley will identify for us if there's any symptoms that need to be managed for her through our team.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll let us know.
Yes, I will keep you
That's
updated.
great.
Shirley, how are you?
I'm doing fine down there. Well, sort of fine.
Yeah, sort of fine.
Yeah.
So a year has passed since we've seen you, and I know we had the contact with you by phone.
Yes.
So and then we had the contact with you about a month before, and we had done the survey to see how you've been doing.
Yes.
And with the survey, there's results that came back, and I want to meet with you, I want to review those survey results with you. And I think when you look at these survey results and you look at the survey results that we showed you before,
yes,
you're going to be quite pleased with how you've progressed.
Awesome.
Okay. So when we look at them, it's kind of neat. So here's where you were, and then here's where you are now.
Oh my. I didn't realize. I know I'm feeling better about myself.
Right.
I'm using tools that you taught me.
Right.
So I didn't realize the progress has been that far. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WECC is a service that is owned by and managed on behalf of the community. It doesn't happen without a high degree of community commitment and collective action, including citizens and caregivers willing to trust the community and share their outcomes, agencies and associations willing to recommend WECC to their members, student placements with WECC through the university and colleges, mobilized youth and retirees who are passionate about making a difference in their community volunteers who are willing to take on new roles, WECC volunteer training and coordination currently managed through hospice and behalf of the community, compassionate neighborhoods growing within a multitude of buildings, faith and cultural communities, senior groups and community associations, shining the light on compassion recognition events, citizens planning meetings, growing numbers of wellness and neighborhood pubs, dedicated coordinators and a formal project management office, and more. Possibilities are virtually endless. WECC utilizes any and all resources and assets that already exist or naturally occur within communities and neighborhoods, and can be combined without duplicating other initiatives. There are no barriers to getting started. All it takes is a collective desire to improve and a willingness to act. It makes us proud to be a part of a community that cares. That concludes our vignette. Thank you again for being a part of the Windsor-Essex Compassion Care Community movement.
WECC is the person's life journey, wherever they happen to be, in their homes, in their communities, in institutions like hospital. So that person brings their information about their social network with them into hospital, adds new partners into their circle of care for the time that they are in hospital, and then brings that new information and those relationships back out with them when they return to the community. So if they want to resume visits with WECC volunteers after hospitalization to develop a new normal and stability back in the community, we're very open to that. We would love to be part of that transition, to support that person to again optimize their quality of life. But regardless, their information about their goals, the supports that they're connected to, the linkages that they want to make, and the activities that they like to participate in the community can follow them wherever they are in the system. As a philosophy, WECC is important for everybody at every point in their life and their life journey. We all need help to become the best people, the best versions of ourselves that we can be. At this point in community development, we're especially targeting people who need extra help and extra support, either because they're highly isolated, because they lack basic social determinants of health, because they're elderly and aging and becoming more frail, and need that support in order to maintain participation in the types of community activities and personal relationships that are most meaningful to them. But anybody who is interested, we're happy to talk to about how to be informed of how to make the most of your life at this stage.
Know that God is on my side, and it's okay if you don't have it all figured out, 'cause in time you will know heaven's on your side. And it's okay if you don't have it all figured out, but in time you will know heaven's on your side.